Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video that I said I was going to do for a while and didn't really get around to until now. I have a very special box here. What is inside this box are my very special Pokemon tarot cards. This deck is probably my favorite deck that I'm using right now. I don't want to be biased in case my other decks hear me and they get mad. But I got this sometime around last year, I believe. And I don't even know how I discovered it. I think I was just looking for a tarot deck because I got back into Pokemon and I had sort of slipped out of all of my spiritual practices and I was trying to find a way to get back into them, and I figured maybe having Pokemon as sort of a transitional object would help me. And I saw this deck. I think it was through POKEBOX, which is a subscription service that sells Pokemon items, I believe from Japan or other places. This I know shipped to me from Taiwan, but I'm not 100% sure of its origins. I didn't have a subscription to POKEBOX or anything. I just happened to buy it. I'm not really sure how many decks like this exist in the world. I know it's pretty uncommon. It was not cheap, but it's one of my now favorite possessions. So when it came to me, I don't know if you can see, the box was a little bit damaged, which I was kind of sad about, because I love keeping tarot cards in their original boxes. But you can kind of see the design. It's got a really cool, I don't know necessarily what to call it. It almost looks steampunk to me. You can see it's got some golden shine on the side of it. It says POKEBOX on it. There we go. And I guess I'm just gonna open it up and show you what's inside. The artwork is really beautiful. And I have found that when I use this deck, it's pretty nice to me. It's very kind. For a second. It comes, these are the cards. They're really big. You can see my hand versus the cards. It makes them a little bit hard to shuffle, but I do what I can with it. It's got some sort of velvet. Let's see if I can get them out here. They're really big. A little bit difficult to get out. So these are the cards. You can see again it's got the sort of golden and silver decorations on it. And you'll see when I turn around it. When I turn it around, the artwork is just beautiful. It's by far my favorite deck that I have so far. All the Pokemon are really cute. And you can definitely tell like a lot of work went into this deck. Whoever made it, if it was a team of someone's or just an individual artist, they really put a lot of effort into each of the cards, thinking about which Pokemon would be on which cards. It's really great. Trying to see if I can get it slowly. Not really. is Ampharos. It's the Hierophant. As you can see at the bottom there. It's got a little Mareep with a rose. I think that those are lilies, I want to say. Again, the cards are so big, it's a little bit hard for me to focus on the camera and hold them at the same time. Maybe I should just do like one card at a time. Let's try that. I'm hoping it's focused pretty well on them. It seems to be showing up pretty well on my camera. The colors are so vivid, and the artwork is just so evocative. You can see there's so much detail in it too. You can see all the little jewels on his necklace. His sash there. She's just the sweetest little thing. Look at her. There's the Hierophant. Next, it looks like we have the Six of Cups. It's a Jolteon and an Eevee. Looks like a shiny Eevee. Though I think shiny Eevee is typically gold, but I kind of forget. I haven't seen very many shiny Pokemon recently. My first shiny Pokemon, I think, was a Beebarrel. I saw it in the Gen 4 games, and I was so excited, but it ran away. I didn't get to catch it, unfortunately. And I got a shiny Cacturn, I think, in the Gen 6 games, and I shiny hunted for a Vulpix, because shiny hunting became a bit more clear-cut in the Gen 6 games, because they gave you an item to do it. Just so beautiful, look at that. All the little details up there, too. Precious. Alright. Oh, this is the High Priestess. Cresselia. She's got unknowns on her scroll there. You can see. High Priestess. I don't know if I'll do all the cards. I'll try to do what I can. Show you my favorites. Oh, this is the Four of Pentacles. I wanted to say, but I had to double check. Definitely the meaning of this card comes across so well with the Sableye. I think Mega Sableye. As he holds that gem so close to his body. He's in a cave, looks like. Kind of see the detail up there too. And the pentacle up top. I can get that to show. Oh, this one's so cute. It's all the evolutions. Well, some of them. Glaceon, which is my favorite. And Sylveon. It's a lot of people's favorites. All the evolutions are just so cute. There's Flareon. So you have an ice type, a fairy type, or a fire type, fairy type, and an ice type. Ice, fairy, fire, fairy, fire, ice, ice, let's look at the next one. This is the Ace of Cups. It's Latias and a Whalmer. And I think she has the Soul Dew. Yeah. Which is a held item for Latios and Latias. Really nice. And they're associated with that fountain. Let's get that to focus too. From the Pokemon Heroes movie, if you've ever seen it. Spoilers, that one sort of traumatized me. Because Latios dies in it. And it's so sad, and I think that that was my first early encounter with death. Major character death. I forget exactly what happens, but he basically dies to save everyone and to save his sister Latias. And his soul becomes part of the Soul Dew and the little fountain on the island of Altamare. Which incidentally is what I named my Animal Crossing town. Altamare. It's based on Venice. I just thought it was such a beautiful city. And the song where Ash is chasing Latias through the city is one of my favorite, probably Pokemon songs ever from any of the movies. And we've got the Chariot, I believe. Yes, the Chariot. And it's Lucario. I think a pretty good choice for the Chariot. Strength, determination, ferocity, all big things that I get from this card. The two electric types kind of give me the vibe of speed, sureness, which is important in the Chariot card. We have a Luxray, I believe, is this Pokemon. I'm a bit out of practice now. That's a Gen 4 Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. Luxray. Correct me if I'm wrong. And now we have the 7 of Pentacles. It's a little Mawa. One of my favorite Pokemon. She's so cute. And she's looking up to the Pentacles. Looks rather hungry. Wondering which to eat next. And her fangs there as well. Right there. Oh, this one's really sad. It's the 5 of Pentacles. And it's a little Plusle-Minun, and they look pretty beat up and sad. This is just heartbreaking. They almost look like little toys that somebody forgot about or tossed aside. You know? It makes me so bad. I feel so bad for them. It makes me feel really bad. I skip a lot of my words sometimes. I think that's an ADHD thing. Or I get lost in the middle of my sentences. The stained glass is beautiful on this card as well. I hope they find somewhere to stay. This is the sun. And this one's really cute and happy too. There's a Ponyta. Fire type. And a little Esper to psychic type. Which is, I think, appropriate because if I'm remembering correctly, again, I'm a little bit out of practice. I think that the child riding the horse in the sun is supposed to be a prophet or someone who ushers in a new era. At least that's how I've always interpreted the card. So it's fitting that it's a psychic type. A little baby psychic type. And then you can see the Soul Rock up top and a little sun kern in the background. The sun. Oh, it's the world. This is another one of my favorite cards. I'm happy that the really good ones are showing up. Perhaps it knew. It wanted to put its best foot forward. It's the World with the Mew card. And we have an Absol. What is that? Oh, Staraptor, I think. Another Gen 4 Pokemon. Tauros. And, oh, Pyroar. I was going to say that's Lysander's Pokemon. We have a Fire type, a Normal type, a Flying type, and a Fairy type. Dark Fairy, I believe. They added Fairy. I believe it's Fairy. Or maybe it's Mega Evolution. Kind of forget what type. I know it just used to be Dark type, but I think it's one of the ones that changed. And we have the Queen of Swords. Another Absol. This time with the sword. That's designed to look like Honedge, I believe is the Pokemon's name, a sword Pokemon. Oh, we have the Death card. Yveltal, the Pokemon that resembles Death. The Death Pokemon from X and Y. One of the ones that Lysander wanted to control. I believe that Xerneas is also in this deck for Temperance. Oh, it's the Empress. Beautiful Milotic under the water. And this is the Five of Wands. Oh my goodness, I forget what these are called. I know they're all about building. I think they're from Gen 5. Which of course that would be why I don't remember. I never finished those games, unfortunately. It's not, oh gosh, I can't remember. Completely beyond me. Let me know what they are, if you remember. This is the Ace of Pentacles. I don't really see a lot of Pokemon in this one. It looks just more like the Pentacle. There's tiny Jumpluff down there. They'll focus. You can't see him that well. It's very tiny. There. We still have a lot in this deck to go. There's Delphox. He is the Queen of Wands with the Litten. The wands are, of course, the fire element, so they're all fire Pokemon. He looks so smug. This is the Two of Wands. I forget this Pokemon's name, too. It's either a Gen 5 or a Gen 7 one. Those are my weakest. And then clearly Gen 8's going to be the weakest of all, because I never played them. And this is the Tower. It's got a Nidoking and a Nidoqueen. I'm glad we're seeing all the major arcana first. Pretty early is that. Giratina. Oh, that's a good Pokemon to include in the Tower. Giratina, Destruction, the Distortion World. There, it's breaking down. Giratina was breaking down reality in the games. Another little Eevee. More cups. This is the Four of Cups. Eevee's sleeping or wondering which cup she should take, evolve into. This is a Whimsicott, I think. It's so embarrassing. I used to know them all. There's too many of them now. Oh, and this is Judgment. What's one in? Tarot card. And we have an Ammonite. I don't remember that one. Aerodactyl. Oh my gosh, I love this one, and I unfortunately don't remember her name. That she was the fossil I got from Gen 7, I think. Very cute. And Granados. Took me a second, I got there. Granados. And all the fossils are coming back to life. They're coming up from the earth. There's a shiny Altaria awakening them. That's good imagery for judgment. And this is the Two of Wands. Two of Cups. Is it cups? Looks like cups. That's the sign for cups. Looks like a wand to me because this. It's an Espeon. And I guess a shiny Sylveon. Interesting. Oh, he looks so... He's having such an existential crisis, this Marshtomp. His cups spilled everywhere, the 5 of Cups. He doesn't know what to do. This is a good card. A very good card. Oh, this is Xerneas, yeah. This is what I was talking about. Temperance, I believe. Yes, Temperance. See all the cups flowing down into the water. He's got his little hoof in the water there. Very nice. Oh my gosh, I don't know this Pokemon. I want to say Virizion. Or however you pronounce that. I want to say that, but I'm not entirely sure. I know it's a legendary from Gen 5. Which is also, again, why I don't know it. And that is the... Oh, that's Justice. I should probably do some looking up on that Pokemon again. Considering it's one of the major arcana. And this is the 4 of Wands. Little Roselia. Very cute. I wish my camera would stay in focus so I could show you all these details, because this deck is just so well made, and the cards are thick too. They're really thick. They're a little bendy. I wouldn't recommend bending them. Oh, I hate that so much when people just shuffle their tarot decks like a regular deck of cards. Ooh, that to me is like scraping my nails against a chalkboard. I don't like that at all. This is Pig Knight, I think. Another, no, that wasn't. Was that Gen 5? That was Gen 5. And that's the 10 of Wands. He looks so ready to set all those down. The Ace of Swords, the Sword Pokemon Honedge, we have the 8 of Cups with Honchkrow, I believe. Looks like it. Flying off into the moon. Oh, this is a good card. This is the 7 of Cups. And it's Meowth. And he looks so overwhelmed with options. He's lost in a daydream. All his greed or something. There's money that looks like the Sableye gem. The Team Rocket balloon, of course. His friends. Pikachu. Oh, a little lady meow. He's got a little boo, maybe. Giovanni, of course. I can't. Oh, that's Zygarde from Pokemon Z that never happened. And the Team Rocket logo. Maybe Rainbow Rocket. Looks like in the background. I know it's not the Rainbow Rocket logo, but it just looks like it's going to go into another dimension, which is why I thought about it. Look at him. That's a great card. Oh, and it's Jirachi. This is the star. Of course, another one of my favorite Pokemon. My namesake. Number 17. Which has become sort of like a lucky number to me. I've adopted it as my lucky number. I don't know if it's actually my lucky number. There's the star and a Lopunny. And Jirachi, the Wishmaker. Each of the tags on Jirachi represents a wish that you get to make once a millennium. The 3 little stars. And the little eye that opens up when it's fully awake. They're like a little trickster spirit. So happy. Such a happy little cute Pokemon. Oh, and this is the Hanged Man. I think it's beautiful. What I really appreciate about this Hanged Man card versus any other is that it doesn't appear to be suffering. And I think that's a really important message to convey when we're talking about the Hanged Man as a tarot card. Because the Hanged Man is about transition between 2 states. Sort of hanging in a suspense, and that can be anxiety-inducing and grueling and frustrating. But this little, oh gosh, I forget its name. But it reminds us to maybe enjoy that. Looks like it spun around a little bit as it went down underwater. This is how it evolves too, I believe. So that's also really important, right? Sometimes these transitional periods are important for us, these points in life where we're waiting for things. That started to hit me a little bit. We're gonna have to unpack that later. I'll journal about it or something. This is, oh, it's upside down. This is the 10 of Pentacles. The deer Pokemon Saucebuck? Saucebuck. Yeah, Saucebuck. No, Go-Goat. This is Go-Goat, not Saucebuck. Go-Goat in its evolved form. Saucebuck is the deer. Regigigas. The 4 of Swords. Looks like it's coming out of somewhere that reminds me of a greenhouse for some reason, I think, with the light coming down like this and then all the greenery on Regigigas that I don't really understand in its design, but I should probably do some reading. We have Slowking. This is the King of Cups. Water type Pokemon, very fitting. He looks very comfortable and content. We have Ampharos at the 8 of Pentacles. Working very diligently, it looks like knitting or embroidering. Little Marip there. This card is very sad. This is the 8 of Swords. She looks very hurt and she's protecting herself. Diancie, I believe. Another one that was upside down. Lycanroc, I think. I might have just made that up. That sounds like a made-up name. that they're all made of names. And maybe that's Virizion. Is that Virizion? One of them is. One of those Pokemon that look like a mix between a dog and a deer. This is Zangoose. The Seven of Wands, fighting off his enemies. Oh, we have the lovers. The little Pikachus, the heart tail. So cute. And Togetic. It's a great card. Just gonna appreciate it for a moment. I think we're about halfway through. I didn't expect this to take this long, but it is like 79 cards, so I suppose I'm not surprised. Another one was upside down. I don't know if I don't really like reading reversals. I need to get better at it. This is the Devil. This is the Six of Swords, being carried away on a Lapras. Oshawott, and its evolved form, Dewott, I believe. Very cute. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Another one of the major arcana. We have a Miltank, the pre-evolved form of Pyroar. We have a Pidgeotto and a Roserade. That's a Lux, not Luxray, the pre-evolved form. And a Seviper and a Lucario. Turning what looks like unknowns. Yeah. And we have, oh, it's Shaman, another one of my favorites. I'm a slut for the mythical Pokemon. Shaman was one of my favorites. Gen 4, I hacked the game in order to get it. That was when Action Replay was still a thing. The Three of Wands looking out into this beautiful landscape. The flower field probably that it lives in. It's like little petals or something going into the sky. I can't really tell. I think there are other Pokemon, but I can't tell what they are. My vision isn't that great, and I'm in the dark. This is Typhlosion, the King of Wands. We have Victini and Pachirisu for the Six of Wands, very fitting. It's about victory, accomplishment, pressing forward. That's such a determined looking Pachirisu, it's so angry. I've never seen a Pachirisu that angry before. Oh, we have Empoleon, the Emperor, quite fitting. It looks like you wouldn't want to cross him. Oh, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Furret. Very cute. I love his little scarf and his hat, the little feather in it. Pages, I think, are about delivering messages. It's a little delivery boy. My stomach is rumbling. I haven't eaten lunch yet. I don't know if you can hear it. Is the Ten of Cups, a Zoroark and a Ninetales. The rainbow up top. Very little shiny Vulpix and a regular Vulpix. Very nice. And we have the Magician. That's not Delphox, the one before it. And an Arbok. And we have a Charmeleon and the other one that I don't know the name of. I'm gonna stop trying with this. And a Braviary. This is sad. This is the 10 of Swords. The swords are really sad in this deck because a lot of them are injured Pokemon. And that's just such a sad sight. Because Pokemon are made for battling, but we don't really see all the gore. It's kind of implied that they can take a lot of hits, but when you see like a sword driven to a Pokemon, that's a whole other thing. Really sad. This is a shiny Umbreon for the 6 of Pentacles. With a Scraggy, I believe. Scraggy. Umbreon. Got weights in the background. This is the really sad one I was just thinking about. It's the 3 of Swords. Really sad little love disc. Just stab me right in the heart, why don't you? Right. We have Fennekin. The Page of Wands. All of the wands are the Fennekin line. Or the suits, at least, or I forget what they're called. The court. Samurott, and this is the 2 of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles. That's Chikorita, riding the other one. I don't know if it's a ground type. Kangaskhan. Here with the Queen of Pentacles, that's fitting. The Queen, often a very motherly figure. That's good. I'm gonna have to get some lunch after this and hear myself. There's Hoopa. And the 7 of Swords, that's very fitting, sort of stealing away. Trickster figure. Making its big escape into another dimension. And oh, the Ace of Wands. That's fitting because wands are fire and creativity. The rainbow here has Make-A-Wish vibes, but more like you have the power to create them. We have, oh, this is another sad one. Reminds me of having nightmares. It's Corellia. It's the 9 of Swords. I used to pull the 9 of Swords a lot when I was having nightmares. So that would make sense, right? This is Pansear and Panpour and Pansage in the background. Looks like they've had a fight. It's the 5 of Swords. Pansear is the winner. Lunatone and Mighty Ina and oh gosh, what's this Pokemon name? I know it's like based on a rug. And some sort of terrier. The Moon. Feel free to dunk on me in the comments which Pokemon I'm forgetting. Vaporeon. Prima something. That's not Prima Donna. I was gonna say Prima Donna. Primarina. The colors are beautiful in this one. It's the Queen of Cups. Final evolved form of Populo. This is the King of Swords. I think that's type null, but it's like completed form, it's evolved form. I forget what it's called. But I know it comes from type null. So that's interesting that it's the King of Swords. Gladion's favorite Pokemon. Alright. Azurill. Very cute. Page of Cups. And a Finneon. I like the little star that's in the background here. Very hopeful. I like how Azurill is standing on its little tail. They do that a lot. Very cute. Oh, and we have a Pokemon I don't know the name of at all. I'm not even going to try to guess. I know that evolves into Goodra eventually, but I don't know the name. Raichu, the Nine of Cups. Very smug. Kind of like, don't mess with me, I don't know. Very accomplished, kind of rubbing it in your face a little bit. The King of Pentacles is a Mudsdale. I know it's based on the Clydesdale horse, so I think it's Mudsdale's Pokemon. Or Mudbray. I think it's the evolved form though. Oh, this is, gosh. Furfrou? I might have made that up. Me making up names for the Pokemon. And this is the Page of Swords. The Hermit is Mewtwo. That's very fitting. That's kind of Mewtwo's whole thing, is stealing away on his own, finding his purpose in life, but he's very wise eventually. He's very vengeful to begin with in the first movies, but his whole arc in the movies does kind of make him a hermit. So that's a good choice for that card. Little Mime Jr. This is another good, really good card. Very vivid. It's the Two of Pentacles. Juggling both of them. What a great choice for this card. It looks a little uncertain, but not in a bad way. Even standing on a tightrope. We're almost there. Look at this. Alright. And we have the Nine of Wands. After fighting everything off. A little bit wounded from the battle, but still came out on the other side. And the Eight of Wands. This is a very fast moving card, I know. And I think the speed is definitely encapsulated in Talonflame, I think. Maybe. Gardevoir, Strength, with Entei there. Good choice for a lion, Gardevoir. I have to think a little bit more about why Gardevoir was chosen. Again, psychic powers probably has something to do with it. Intuition. Oh, I don't know this one's name. It's very cute though. Little Growlithe, it's the Fool. I should definitely do reading on this one if it's the Fool. It's a pretty common card. Look how bright the sun is. It really kind of looks like it's glowing. I said they did an excellent job with this deck. The art is stunning. I'm thinking about all the hours they probably had to pour into this. Definitely made with love. And this is the Three of Pentacles. Looks like she's getting some news from this. Oh gosh, what's it called? It's not Wounds of God again. I can't think of it. It's a Mareep. There's a lot of Mareep in this deck. I think this person really liked Mareep. I wonder if they have a 4-foot tall, $500 Mareep. That tweet was so funny. And our last card is the Knight of Cups. With a Piplup. And the Pokemon that is the Fool, and I don't remember its name. That's the whole deck. And as you can see, the cards are massive again. But it's a great deck. I love using it. It isn't afraid to tell me the truth, but it does it in a very kind way. Some of my decks are really mean. They're not mean, they're just very blunt, and this one is very careful about its phrasing, I found. You know how tarot decks, if you read tarot, you know that they kind of all have their own personalities. And this deck is definitely no exception. I'm trying to be really gentle with it, because again, it is my personal tarot deck. Maybe I'll show you all my other tarot cards at some point. I have about 6 decks, I believe. So they probably help, you know, I don't know. I was at one point using different decks for different questions, different purposes, but I sort of fell off the practice of doing that. I have a Jesus themed deck. I did review that in my main channel when I was just starting out. Back when I was a witchcraft blog. And then decided I didn't want to do that anymore after I finished my thesis. Because it just wore me out. And I got tired of talking about it. I just decided I didn't want to talk a lot publicly about my spirituality anymore. Because I didn't feel the need to. Let's go back to the box. The box made some really good sounds. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I was expecting it to be like a half an hour, but in retrospect that makes a lot of sense. I hope you have a lovely day, night, evening, wherever you are.